Is it possible to fit a week's worth of clothes for a trip to Scotland inside a standard carry-on? Let's find out. All of the shirts are going in here. I'm going to speed this up so you don't have to wait while I pack them all, but I'll show you how I'm going to do it. Forgot one. I'm folding it in on each side, up, and then kind of half rolling, half folding. And they're all here. All of the bottoms plus the dress are going into a medium packing cube. My sweater, jacket, and shawl are going into the largest packing cube, only because that's all I have left. If I had another medium, they'd go in a medium. This is the last one. I won't subject you to watching me pack my unmentionables, but there's enough socks and underwear in here for the week, plus 2 pairs of pajamas. I am taking 4 pairs of socks and probably could get by with less because they are hand knit wool, mostly merino. And that stands up pretty well to wearing multiple days. I could probably manage with just 2 or 3, but it's gonna be chilly. I'm a knitter, I wanna bring my socks. I'm not bringing any of my hand knit sweaters, so I'm gonna make do with taking my hand knit socks. So that all fits in this, I think this is a medium. So that's it, other than some toiletries, which I will show you in a minute. So we've got the large packing cube. The denim jacket I will wear to the airport. We have this one, socks and underwear. This one with all the bottoms, like the jeans and skirts. And all of the shirts are in this little one, right here. Let's get it in the bag. I'm gonna start with the largest packing cube. So again, that has my sweaters and jackets in it. And then this one has socks and underwear. Tuck that one in here. This one is bottoms. Let's see. I'm not sure that's gonna work. Maybe. Yeah. And tops. So I think I'm gonna mush that one right there. This is a travel flat iron. It is dual voltage, so as long as I have the right adapter for the plug, I can use this pretty much anywhere, and I have used this thing all over the world. It's fantastic, and it's tiny. It doesn't work as well as the one that I normally use at home, but it definitely works fine for travel. So this doesn't take up very much room. So I can just kind of tuck this into the side. And this is my bag with toiletries. It'll get a few more things put in when I'm actually ready to go, but it won't take up much more room than it's taking up now. I'm gonna pull these compression straps from the side, if I can find them. That's gonna hold things in fairly well. I also need to put in some shoes. I think I'm going to scoot these over here. And sneakers. I will be wearing a pair of boots, most likely, for the flight. Okay guys, moment of truth. It's gonna be close, but it can be done. There we go, all zipped up. And so you know, this bag actually has an expansion option, which gives me a little bit more room, but I'm not using it. So there you go, all of it in here. I haven't put anything in here in these extra pockets, but I could definitely put a book or possibly even a little bit of yarn, but that could definitely go in here. I'll also have a personal item, which is going to contain a knitting project and a book and my passport and that kind of stuff. But it all fits in a carry-on. Well, I hope you enjoyed helping me pack. I am really looking forward to this trip to Scotland. In the interest of full disclosure, I want to let you know that that is not actually my carry-on. That is my daughter's carry-on, and she'll be using it. I really kind of wanted it for proof of concept that all of the things I'm planning to take would fit in a standard carry-on. My carry-on, however, is quite a bit smaller than that. And I probably could pack enough for my trip in my carry-on, but it is really small. So what my husband and I have decided to do is to each take a carry-on and then share another piece of luggage. We won't fill up the main piece of luggage, but it'll allow us to bring some things back. And it also means there's only 3 pieces to manage between the 2 of us. So I'm looking forward to that. The other thing is we are not all sitting together on the flight. I will be sitting with my youngest daughter, and my son and his wife are sitting, I think, behind us or in front of us, and my husband is separate from us. So I said, whatever I've got, I have to be able to manage it by myself, and that's one of my concerns with having a large, completely filled carry-on. That means that I have to be able to lift it up over my head by myself. My son is close enough that he probably could, but I think what I'm going to do is just take my small carry-on with a portion of my clothes, just in case the bigger luggage gets lost. But I will be managing a much smaller carry-on for this trip, but I'm taking what I showed you. I will take a knitting project, I'm going to take a book or 2, and probably my Kindle. I'll have chargers that fits easily in either a personal item or my carry-on. So if you have any questions, let me know. If I am flying domestically, I generally now travel carry-on only, and often just with a backpack. As long as it's not a super long trip or something like that, I'm very comfortable traveling very light for domestic travel, because I know anything that I've forgotten or anything that I wish I had brought, I know that in the US I can find a store that's going to carry whatever I need. And while generally speaking in other countries you can find something equivalent, it can be more of a challenge if you aren't able to find what you would normally use. My one piece of advice for particularly international travel is that most things can be either replaced exactly or replaced with something close, with the exception of your passport and medications. Over-the-counter medications, depending on where you are, you can probably find an equivalent, but if you have a prescription, keep your passport and your prescription close to you. Have it in your personal item, at least in your carry-on, but know that every now and then a carry-on, even a not very large carry-on, will have to be gate checked, so you won't have it with you on your flight. It will be put in the hold and you'll have to get it when you get off the plane. That's not a problem if it's just some clothes that you're going to need at your destination. But if it's something like medication or a passport, other identification, you want to keep that on you as close as you can. Don't let that get out of your reach if you can possibly help it. Other than that, relax. You'll be able to find a replacement for all of the rest. Well, wish me luck on this trip. We're traveling with 5 of us, which we've done before, but it'll be our first time traveling with my daughter-in-law. So I'm thinking that's going to be a lot of fun. She's really looking forward to the trip. And I will be glad to share some pictures and some shopping and some knitting and reading along the way. And I will chat with you again soon. Happy traveling!